A pair of red pants was running wildly in the street. What on earth was happening? It turns out, a few days ago, a man named Nick went to attend a meeting. He slipped up halfway and laid down on a bench in the restroom to rest. Unexpectedly, next door, a spilled coffee in the lab caused the computer to explode, triggering a building explosion. Nick, still in his dream, woke up to find himself mutated. He picked up a cup and it flew into the air. He picked up a phone and it hovered. He walked to the mirror, but only a floating head was reflected. Good heavens, he had become invisible. He called out for help to the people outside the window. Search and rescue personnel saved him, but they wanted to exploit his invisibility skill, even treating him as a test subject. Nick was terrified. He jumped up and ran away, stumbling onto the main road, hoping to catch a cab home. No one noticed him because he was invisible, narrowly avoiding being hit by a bus. In a panic, he noticed a drunkard on the street and managed to catch a taxi with his help. Finally back home, Nick collapsed on the bed. What will happen next in his life? Please stay tuned. A gun was suspended, pointing at the man's head as he staggered from indoors to outdoors. Just minutes ago, Nick, who possessed the superpower of invisibility, secretly infiltrated a man's office. This man was the same person who had previously threatened Nick to work as a spy for him. Nick, being upright and kind-hearted, refused to associate with the villain. In the midst of their argument, the villain opened a drawer, intending to grab a gun, but Nick was one step ahead, seizing it first. This invisible ability brought immense troubles to Nick's life. He couldn't work, couldn't socialize, could see his own organs, couldn't even pick up chopsticks to eat, and had to stick to bland food to avoid revealing himself, even by farting. Moreover, the villain was constantly hunting him down. Nick had no choice but to leave the sea, residing in a villa by the seaside, far away from crowds. He lived alone, running, playing basketball, and drinking alone, living like an invisible tycoon. However, his newly beloved girlfriend wasn't aware of this situation. Stay tuned for the next episode to see how Nick explains himself to his girlfriend amidst all this chaos. The man slowly unwrapped the bandages from his face and showed his transparent body to his girlfriend. She couldn't see Nick's face at all and fainted in fear. When his girlfriend regained consciousness, Nick continued to explain while smoking. She could see the cigarette floating in the air and the smoke being exhaled from his lungs. During their conversation, his girlfriend also learned that Nick had secretly helped her chase away a creepy guy a few days ago. Although Nick had become invisible, he had always been guarding her. Finally, his girlfriend accepted Nick's appearance. She slowly tried to apply makeup on Nick so she could see his face. With a hat, sunglasses, and gloves on, they went on dates to restaurants like normal people. Despite his girlfriend's mediocre makeup skills, which often made Nick look peculiar, they still enjoyed their days of love. The power of true love can break through all barriers. The only thing that puzzles me is what their child will be like. Will it also be a blob affair? If you also had that ability to turn invisible, what would you do?